What non-sexual fantasies do you have? Sometimes when I'm out in the woods I'm really tempted to get as lost as I can. Or when I'm driving to just keep going. Not because I hate my life, but because if I could start over somewhere where no one knew me I would. Edit. To everyone saying to do it. I have been planning my move quite a while now. Edit 2. I'm not going through a crisis where I hate myself, and though I appreciate the concern, it's just not needed. I am very much a person who likes my own company. Wife worked with a guy who missed the exit to the job and kept going. Drive about 2 hours. Checked into a hotel and slept for like 2 days. Told his wife, but the job lost their minds. Came back. Quit engineering and sold suits for a year or so. Ex-boss would come in and try to get him back. Took 3 or so hires to replace him. Whenever I think about that, it is time for a new job. Pause the time and have few hours more for my job, assignment, sleep etc etc etc. We all need a click remote with a pause button. Nothing else. Just the pause. Please. I've had quite a few Zoom meetings recently where fast forward would be a treat. A beautiful garden, growing my own fruit and veg, keeping chickens for eggs and being as self-sustainable as possible. Being able to walk from my doorstep to the beach to watch the sunset with someone I love. Just nature and peace tbh. Edit. It's awesome to see so many people share this dream and so many people are living this life. Gives me a lot of hope. Yep, a simple mountain cabin retirement with my wife and dog is my dream at this point. I wake up every morning to a fresh cup of coffee out on the front porch, gazing out at the mountains, listening to the birds and enjoying the crisp morning breeze. Maybe I grab a book, simple browse Reddit, listen to a podcast, play a simple card game with my wife. Late morning I go on a beautiful hike on a trail I've hiked hundreds of times, maybe 3-5 miles long. My dog is well trained and not leashed, common in mountain towns, and always joins the wife and I. Occasionally we branch out and do full day long monster hikes. In the afternoon I get home and relax, maybe play some games with some friends online. In the evening my go-to activities are between watching baseball TV with wife or sitting in the hot tub enjoying the night stars with her. We occasionally share a joint and just blissfully relax. I completely blast the AC at night if needed and have a deep strong sleep, and then we do it again the next day. Gosh. It sounds beautiful. Having a home theater. The kind that actually look like mini movie theaters and are only found in multi-million-dollar homes. For some reason, I think about it a lot. It would just be sick to invite loved ones over to watch our favorite movies and fool around as if we were in an actual theater. Edit. I'm not even living on my own yet. I'm nowhere near that stage of life where I can have this. I'm 22 with no career yet. I appreciate the help advice, but I'm not planning on getting a home theater anytime soon. No need to keep helping me, but thanks anyways. I'm in, if you ever get one. Did you read the part about fooling around? Did he stutter? Have that perfect day by doing a bunch of different things with someone I can connect with on a deep level. I have a couple of friends. They are in a relationship together, with whom I've had experiences like this. We went to Vegas on the 4th of July. We went to the Santa Monica Pier and hung out on the beach all day earlier this month. We're trying to plan a trip somewhere fun once this pandemic dies down. Maybe Miami? We're not wealthy people. I'm 30. My buddy is 23 and his girlfriend is 21. They both interact with me like I'm their cool older brother or something. It feels nice. I haven't had a connection like this with people my age at all. My ex used to get pissed that I was hanging out with 2 people 7-9 years younger than me. She just doesn't understand. I hope you and everyone who upvoted and commented under you experience this with some cool ass people someday. Best of luck. Being able to fly, not in a plane. Just me. Savings. No debt. Being able to retire one day. From what job? Oh, also the fantasy that I'll make a wage commensurate with what I actually contribute to the company I work for. Strolling into the Vatican archives whenever I please to read whatever I want. You interested in manuscripts? Yes. Totally into source documents of any time that give glimpses into our actual history. You'll be amazed at what local universities have on private display. Call them up and ask for a tour. Most librarians are happy to chat about their collections. This is actually a cool idea and I might have to do it sometime. Especially since I just started college, it might be a bit easier with my student status. I desperately want to have a family and have all my childhood's friends be their uncles and aunties. Just us in the same city or town. I am an immigrant to the UK from Hong Kong, and even though English is my first language, all my friends are spread over 3 continents and I worry that my children will not understand my culture. I do not want to be that weird dad and I miss my friends. Hope everything works out well for you. It will be. I am just sad that we will never go back to Hong Kong. Why do that when you can be safe in the West? A bathtub that is deep enough the water covers my boobs and me knees, and is long enough I can lay flat on the bottom. I was staying in corporate housing for a while and the apartment I was in had a bathtub big enough that I could lie flat on my back without bending my knees. I'm 6 feet 2 inches. I took a bath every goddamn day. Where did you happen to get the make? I didn't. Sorry. It was in the Marquis Oaks apartment complex in Grapevine, Texas. The place I'm currently buying has a pretty big tub too. If it's big enough for me, I'll PM you the make. Actually having my life together, I'm a fucking mess. All grown-ups are just pretending to have their life together. It took me quite a while to figure this out. You will eventually get good at pretending this as well. Right now it's just loading my truck up and disappearing into the woods for a week. I don't have a truck, but that sounds like fun. Hell, y'all can join me. I'm sure next week you will be using SCP-180 after a random stranger takes a trip with you into the woods. A TV with time travel capabilities. For example, I'd like to go 20 years into the future and watch the Super Bowl with no knowledge of what happened in between the present and that game. I just think it'd be cool to have my mind blown by everything that has changed. Holding hands and cuddling with someone. Building a small machine shop in my backyard. Mill, lathe, welders, and an abundance of random steel I'll never get rid of. It's a good dream. And more achievable than you might think. Old industrial equipment can still be found pretty cheaply when a company goes under and it's put up for sale. Right now I'm looking to get a good 3D printer and a good laser cutter. Modern rapid prototyping that can be used in an apartment. A solid combination lathe and mill, like from Jet, is on my list after that. Not as nice as a full Bridgeport knee mill, but something that I can make just about anything under 18 inches long with. OMG, marry me. Buying a house. Not even buying a house. Owning it outright without having to slog through a mortgage. I have this fantasy where my landlord wins Powerball. He's a lovely elderly Croatian man, and just lets us keep the house we're in currently. It's a beautiful little place that would be perfect as a starter home, if we'd been around 20 years ago, that is. I don't need millions of dollars. Just a small place I can call my own and raise my family in. Every time I think we've got enough for a deposit, the prices have drifted just beyond our reach again. I absolutely love that your dream is someone else winning the lottery and you benefiting a bit too. Shows you have a great heart. I hope you get that dream. Someone hugging me. Full stop. I read that as poop before realizing it's an emoticon lol. It's still cute though. A day where I don't have to do anything. No laundry, no work, don't have to mow the yard or do dishes, etc. Food will be delivered. I can just lay on the couch, browse Reddit and Twitter, and just enjoy the silence. I've managed to have a couple days like that. Let me tell you, they're as glorious as they sound. They're a once in a blue moon occurrence, but they're so worth it when they happen. Disposable income. I feel like the point of my work is to transfer funds from my employers to my creditors. Your checking account is just a layover for your creditors' money. Turns out my husband's death was a terrible accounting mistake by the hospital, and he just comes home one day after his amnesia clears. For years after my dad died, I would think I saw him somewhere. I would tell myself it was all a ruse and he left us to live his life with another family or something. I wasn't even mad. I just wanted him to be alive. I feel the same way. My dad died very suddenly in a work accident, and I never could bring myself to see him in his casket. So sometimes I just like to pretend that he's out somewhere fishing, enjoying his life. Being able to lose weight without even trying. Hell, I'd take being able to lose weight when I am trying. A beautiful sunlit art studio and someone to be creative in it with. Having a super charismatic personality edit. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for the awards. I am like most Redditors. It would be cool to have one, but it is not my goal. I might work on my social life though, so thanks for the advices and the stories. My book. It's a fantasy I'm writing. Should be out before Winds of Winter. Maybe. I'm a homeowner 20+ acres, with a running creek on the property. My family has everything they need for a happy, stable life. No debt, with disposable income. As a family we watch the sunrise and set together. We talk openly about our emotions in a healthy manner, and help each other with our struggles. My children marry good partners. Perhaps one of them provides me with a grandchild, but they are all happy and well taken care of. My wife and I live out our golden years traveling and spending time with family. We die peacefully in our bed asleep together. I like this idea a lot. Except for the having to wake up before sunrise part. You made to the end. Tell us about your non-sexual fantasies in the comment section below and subscribe for more content like this.